Hola, AJ Menendez, Master Male Illusionist here. Oh my god, it's been so long since I've done one of these. So, here's the thing. I once had a judge ask me during an interview for a competition, what makes me smile? And I was kind of thrown by his question. But it got me to thinking. And so I'm going to turn the question around on you. When it comes to your performances and as you do what you do, why do you do it? You know, being an entertainer in this business, there's a lot more to it than just getting up on the stage and lip syncing the words to a song. There really is a lot more to it. And some people are in it for the notoriety. Some people think they're in it for the money, but trust and believe, the money's not all that good at first. And some people are in it genuinely because they have a passion for what they're doing. So stop for a minute and ask yourself, why do you do this? When I first started, it was all about notoriety. I'm not even going to lie about it. You know, I thought I was going to become famous and my ego was this big. But as the years rolled on, I realized that I have a passion for being able to get up on the stage and engage my audience and make them want more. I recently did an interview in Kansas City, and the person doing the interview, his name is Chuck Taggett, asked me how I would describe myself as an entertainer, and I couldn't think of anything. I really couldn't. But my fellow brothers that were sitting next to me described me as being a storyteller. And I thought about it for a while, and I realized that that's exactly what I like to do. I'd like to get on the stage and be able to tell a story, just pick a song, and tell a story with my own interpretation. I have a genuine passion for getting up there and having my audience connect with me in a way that they normally couldn't in the real world. See, we're all like chameleons once we get on that stage. We have the ability to turn ourselves into anything that we want. We can become anyone that we want. And that's the amazing thing about this business. But if you're in it for all the wrong reasons, you're gonna get very disappointed very quick. You know, yes, there are entertainers that actually make a living from doing drag, and to them, I applaud them. I really do. But the money at first is not all that good. You have to pay your dues and, you know, do what needs to be done for you to get where you want to be. It can be an amazing experience if you allow yourself to take constructive criticism and to listen to what your audiences tell you. A lot of times, entertainers, mostly new entertainers, and I mean no disrespect because it's not all of you, it's just some of you, they think that the audience members don't know what they're talking about. They have no clue what it's like to be an entertainer, therefore they have no input. It's your audience's input that'll get you further than anything, and if you listen to what your audiences want and you give them what they want rather than what you decide, I guarantee you it'll get a lot better, because the minute you step out on that stage, it stops being about you. And it should automatically start being about them. They're the ones that are going to come out to the shows and see you. And believe it or not, even though, you know, you may always see these audience members at one specific venue, they do go from venue to venue and they do talk. And things do get around, and you want them to talk about you in a positive light. You don't want them to say, well, don't go see so-and-so because he's an alright entertainer, but his ego's this big, which makes him ugly. They do. They talk. Venue owners talk. Other entertainers talk. That's just the real of it. So you may want to sit and ask yourself why you're doing it. And don't ever let a seasoned entertainer or a title holder tell you that you have to have a crown to go anywhere in this business. If that's what they're telling you, then they're giving you completely false information. You can go where you want to go in this business if you put in the work, and it's not going to happen overnight. You know, in your home venue, you may be a very popular entertainer, but different venues call for different things. And for each place that you have to go, you have to meld into what fits that venue. That may take a while. Finding places that are willing to book a somewhat new entertainer can also be very difficult. I suggest you get a really good headshot and a very good video of one of your performances. Not one of those grainy videos that people take with cell phones and whatnot, but a really good performance video of one of your best performances, and start getting it out there. Start putting your name out there, because nobody's going to do it for you. This is all work that you have to put in yourself. Somebody can teach you how to do the costuming, and somebody can teach you how to do the facial hair, and somebody can teach you about the craft. But when it comes to actually getting out there and getting yourself known, that's something that you have to do primarily on your own. Unless you're lucky and you have somebody who's big in the business and they allow you to tag along with them. But not everybody has that capability. And not everybody is that lucky. This business can be very frustrating. It can also be very cutthroat. You can't allow that to get to you. Is it easy? Not by any stretch of the imagination. One of the hardest parts is to be professional at all times, whether you're in drag or out. And that was a lesson that was very difficult for me to learn. Once I was out of drag and not in face and out acting like a complete ass, I figured it was okay, but it took me a short period of time to realize that what I do out of face affects me just as much as when I'm in face. Gage and I and Devin and I joke about this all the time. I tell them all the time, my crown restricts me because it keeps me from opening mouth and inserting foot. I can't necessarily say what I want in the manner that I would normally want to say it, because I have this respected title and I have to hold it to the utmost. You know, like I said, there's a lot in this business that a lot of the newcomers don't realize. They think it's just about getting on the stage and being in the spotlight and yay me. No, there's a lot to it. And if you're smart, you will listen to those who are willing to help you. Don't let one bad attitude from one seasoned entertainer or one title holder stop you from asking questions. Because if you do that, then you won't be in this business long. You know, just water off a duck's back and move on. If you really want to learn, you'll ask the questions that need to be learned, and you won't be afraid to approach somebody who's been in the business for a while, or to approach somebody who has, you know, these really, really big titles. We're just regular, everyday Joe Schmoes for the most part. And at some point in time, we were where you are, with the same goals and the same dreams of making a name for ourselves. So if you're just getting into this business and you have all the regular insecurities that all of us have in the beginning, don't let them get to you. You know, you have to keep fighting. It can be cutthroat, and you're going to have haters, and you're going to have people who are going to talk. Let them go ahead and talk. Maintain your sense of professionalism and keep going. Keep learning. Always remain teachable. And that's how you'll get anywhere. Yes, it may take some time, but nothing worth having happens overnight. Well, I hope I have been informative. And until next time, this is AJ Menendez signing off.